all for gun laws. The police are so scared of AR-15s that they didn't want to go in there to do their job, because your job is to be in the line of fire.
Right.
That's what you sign up for. That's your job. If we keep it at 100, that's part of your job. They were scared and they didn't want to do it. And that's mind-blowing to me. But they don't think we need gun control. But a gun that y'all was scared of, y'all didn't run in there. But that's neither here nor there. I also want to give a RIP to the lives lost in the shooting that was today at Xavier University high school graduation. It was a shooting after it happened.
Y'all shooting at graduations now?
I think at least 2 people have died. I know one of them was somebody's grandmother. So RIP to them.
Lord have mercy. The elders can't even watch their grandbabies go across the stage. This is sad. This is sad.
It's the world we live in. They don't care. Just like somebody tweeted it and I was just like, oh, I said this before and I'm glad it's not me. This is their culture, y'all. This is what y'all don't. This is why I don't understand it. This is why I say they a plague. Y'all be thinking I'm being harsh, but I just keep it real. I speak uncomfortable truths on the podcast. They have shown us since they got on their boats and left whatever country that they left, because they didn't have the freedom to choose whatever religion that they wanted to choose. Since then, their history is dripping in blood. All they do is go places and kill people and keep it moving. That's all they do. And that sounds like a virus to me. That sounds like a plague. All we know how is to destroy everything in our path. And that's why it keeps happening. That's why I always bring up school shootings as my go-to for extreme about something. Oh, you mean like a school shooting? Yeah, because they don't care. Their governor said it could have been worse. I don't know what's worse than little kids dying in elementary school, but it could be worse, as they said.
Well,
get their asses out of office.
I guess 19 people,
children
wasn't enough.
Children
wasn't enough. Could have been worse. Could have been 20. I don't know what he meant by that. Like I don't know.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it was contained in one classroom.
Oh, goody.
Listen.
Oh, great.
It's sick. It's sick.
It could have been worse.
And y'all, we had a band on AR-15. Is that
the same dude? Is that the Ted Cruz dude that left when the hurricane came? Was that him? Mm-hmm. Are you serious?
Went on his vacation when people in his state was freezing to death.
Talking about
him and the mayor.
Talking about my kids wanted to. Bitch. What? We all want to go. We all want to leave.
Black people, y'all got to start voting. Y'all got to. And it's not even about voting Democrat, because they don't do enough, but it's just
y'all gotta do y'all research on who y'all getting in office.
But what I will say, one thing about Democrats, they may not do enough, but they not big on taking women's rights. They're not okay with children getting murdered in schools. They may drag their feet on raising the minimum wage, or student loan forgiveness, things like that. But overall, as a whole, because like I said, it's actually been a ban on guns before, AR-15s in particular. Bill Clinton, in his era, I remember how peaceful it was when Bill Clinton was in office in America. It wasn't no such thing as gun violence and mass shootings, but as soon as whatever he put in place, as soon as it expired, that's when it started happening, and it hasn't stopped. It has not stopped. And it's not going to stop. This is America.
I mean, I have a slight theory about why it was so peaceful versus.
Of course, because he was
the ones that came after. Like, look at the ones that came after. Look at all of them.
George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm. Black people had a problem with him. Who was after that?
You don't have a problem with George W. Bush?
I said black people had a problem with him. Who was after that?
Barack.
White people had a problem with them. Who was after that?
Trump.
Black people had a problem with him. Who was after that?
Biden.
Everybody got a problem with him. Listen,
I don't think do y'all not pay attention to politics? A president is really measured by their second term, not their first. Biden, when he get in office, these years, what we going through, this is a trickle down effect of everything that the president did before him.
First they got to undo.
Yeah, like when he came in there, he tried to undo things, but the ball was already rolling. Even if Trump was in office, I need y'all to understand, gas prices still would have been high as hell like they is right now, especially if his homeboy Putin still went to war. Like he planned on doing.
Yeah, because Trump was going to let him go to war.
He was going to let him. He pulled us out of NATO and everything, so he ain't have to have no say so. He wouldn't have been worried about trying to give them sanctions and stuff. That's why Putin threatened us and said, I want y'all to do something. Because as soon as y'all do something, I'm going to nuke y'all ass. But if we wasn't in NATO, like Trump pulled us out of, we wouldn't have even been involved in those sanctions. So in hindsight, hey, I was okay with that. In hindsight, I don't want to get nuked.
But no.
I don't. Like in hindsight, I don't want to get nuked, but I don't want somebody in power that's complacent and okay with everybody else around us just falling to shit. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together as nations and as people. We depend on each other. We do. So I kind of get what NATO and stuff is for. I'm not saying I want Biden to just send troops over there to that war, because it don't got nothing to do with us, but it does have a lot to do with our economy. But it's just it's a sticky situation.
That it is.
But then again, y'all was all for them being over in Iraq, so for all those years, because they blew up some buildings, but it was just like shit. They was tired of our shit. We was already over there marching in their land, stealing they gas and they oil, killing them because they look different. We think they're whole terrorists now. When you think of a terrorist, you think of somebody Middle Eastern. And Americans, they're real terrorists, but that's neither here nor there. What else we got to talk about? Because I can keep going about the whites and they bullshit, but I know y'all get sick of that.
Let's see.
Something light.
Light.
You up to date on reality TV? Did you watch Bad Boys?
I did watch that.
I enjoyed this episode. I watched it today. It's really crazy that like these last.
So Rio's not gay.
No, Rio's gay.
Oh, okay. Well, why he keep acting like he running from dick every time the camera on him? I hate that shit. Living your truth, like Dylan finally. Oh God. What did you feel about?
I don't think he'd be running from dick. He probably don't want to fuck nobody in the house.
What did you think about what Moolah said about the trans woman?
Because I made a statement on Twitter, and my statement was two things can be right at the same time, because a gentleman made a tweet and was just like, y'all call yourselves being allies, but he didn't have to tell him about her being trans and all this. And I commented, I was like, that's actually a really good
That's
point.
very true.
I was like, but two things can be true at the same time, because what's his name? Moolah? He gives me vibes, and we've seen it happen. We know what happens of these men. They get in spaces with someone who is trans, and they find out later that they are trans, and they want to attack them.
Yep.
A lot of them end up murdering them, and they get away with it. So he really actually said on Twitter, like, no, I was advised to tell the truth, because he said she had been at the house before. We done smoked before while we was listening to Nicki Minaj, but he was on some, wanted to have a kind of private dance, as you say, with her.
Okay.
So for safety reason, I told him, like, well, she's trans, and it's my main issue with what he said is, you thought she was bad before, you were turned on, that was the only one who for real got you excited, and because she's trans, all of a sudden she ain't allowed in the house. You don't want her at the video shoot. It should have been rules. What? Like, make it make sense. It just didn't make any kind of sense to me. But like I told you, I think this was last week where I said it. He's a hater. He gives me hater vibes. He still don't give me. I'm on a DL vibes. He just give me one of those I'm an ignorant straight man vibes. And it is what he just give me ignorant straight man vibes. That's all I get from him. And I'm happy that we have the opposite in Curtis on the show, because Curtis shows you a man that's secure in who he is.
I can't stand Curtis.
I really like Curtis. He corny, but I like him. He's secure in himself.
Yeah.
He's made friends with them. He still called them brother. I've seen him hanging out with them after the show.
I just didn't
supporting
appreciate.
them.
I guess I'm me. I'm a Libra, so I hold on to grudges a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't appreciate how he hopped on Mullah's bandwagon when they first got into the house. When Mullah was pressing them, talking about pressing carry on, talking about what side is you on, blah blah blah, and then here come Curtis being a fucking follower. I don't like that shit.
I don't either.
That's what I don't like. Like, I don't like that.
But laugh.
But you know me, I hold on to shit.
In a new situation, I don't know these people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody in this house. The gay men in the house probably had an idea of who each other was, or may have known somebody or seen them, but them two more than anybody else, and Kurt Franklin's son, they didn't know nothing. It made sense for them to link up. They instantly had a connection. Oh shit, we the only two straight men in the house. Okay, we gonna link up. That's just how, with human nature, you always gravitate towards the people who you have stuff in common with, who you're closer to, and that was their thing. We the only two straight niggas in this house with a bunch of gay men. All right, bet.
I ain't done that since elementary school. I ain't gonna lie. I have not done that since elementary school. When it was only 4 black girls in my class, I gravitated to the black girls, of course. After that, I was like, these white people ain't that goddamn bad. Matter of fact, the boys ain't too bad. I play with the boys.
But that's once you get to know them. Even if you started a new job next week, we're not putting that energy in the air.
Ooh, please don't.
But
that is not wood. Where's the wood? Pause.
But all I'm saying is, even if you start a new job and you in orientation, if you look around just like, damn, all these fucking white, oh shit, it's a black chick over there, or it's a black dude over there.
Maybe I'm just
no. Even if you're sitting there to yourself, you're still going to want to gravitate towards them the most. It's human nature. It's no way avoiding that, and we're both introverts in the way. We are.
No, I'm just used to being outnumbered by people I don't, like, have anything in common with. I'm used to that. I'm used to being the loner. I'm good.
that makes sense.
I'm like, oh, you don't want to pick me for a group project? Fuck you. I could do this whole project by myself and I'll be done.
I guess I would still have a problem with it if it was still like that. If they were still very clicky, uppy, and what I'm saying, like the stuff that we see on social media, this is real time. This is after the taping. Mm-hmm. They don't hang out at all. They don't talk at all. True. He kicking it with Rio and Mulan. Yes. That's them the two he's been kicking it with. Curtis either been by himself or he been with the Fab Four.
What was I about to say? What about with Anthony? And he was recently seen in DC Pride with a
Fuck Milan. Team Anthony. Mm-hmm. I'm here for it. Mm. And that was one of 3 messages that was sent. He might not have even necessarily been the person who bought that bottle that time when they came out with the sign. One of his friends could have or somebody that, yeah. Or somebody in the club could have been like on some St. Anthony a bottle and then on the thing put fuck Mulan Team Anthony and sent them a bottle.
Mm-hmm. I can see that happening.
And hey, it make for good TV. I don't really care because Mulan don't want to be at the reunion. So he's a fraud. He's a liar. So I don't really care about how his feelings feel about anything. Shit, he blocked the king of comments. Fuck him.
Shit. Now, what did he do to get blocked? What did he say?
He sent him the video of Mama D saying you left him for dead. When she was talking to what's the name about Little Scrappy, talking about Rio. So but even still, if you didn't leave your friend for dead, what you upset for? Like that whole live with him going off on Natalie, it was so off-putting because it was just you mad at her about some editing, but sir, you still did these things. He said when he was sitting on the stoop, perched, he had went over to a neighbor's house to use their phone because Jonathan had stole their phones. And y'all edited like he was sitting in the bushes watching his friend fight. And that had happened 8 hours ago. Now, Natalie wasn't quick on her feet. But in my head, I was like, well, if that happened 8 hours ago, and they was talking about at this time, it was around 10 or 11. It wasn't no sun outside. And you in LA, it wasn't no sun outside. So for one, there's no way that happened 8 hours ago. You had the exact same outfit on. And if Jonathan was the one who stole your phone, he only had an opportunity to steal your phone after the first fight. And all that happened in probably an hour or two. It don't add up. You was sitting perched. And like I said before, I thought your leg was hurt. So if your leg was hurt, why are you climbing up fences? Mm-mm. And as soon as the cameraman see you, you jump down immediately. One shit wrong with your leg. You didn't want no smoke with Jonathan. Just say that.
Man.
Just say you didn't want no smoke with him.
You see how big that man is?
Vig said it about shout out to Blurs and Clips and Pro 3 Entertainment. But Vig said it about the Will Smith slap. He was just like, I don't understand why women, when they was talking about the situation, and men, they don't act like men don't size up their competition.
Right.
It's different with women.
Right.
Women, right. Y'all definitely will fight
just go.
Just go.
I don't.
Fuck sizing
I don't
up.
Do that.
Listen,
I don't do that.
Men, we definitely we size up because if a man gets beat up, knocked out by another man who happens to be stronger, bigger, faster than him, we a bitch ass nigga, we weak as fuck, we never get to live it down. If a woman get beat up, it's just, oh sis, you took your L, it was cool, and y'all just end up fighting for the rest of your lives. Stuff like that. It's different for a man. So yeah, when a man know for a fact, I don't think I can beat him. We leave him the fuck alone.
Facts.
And that's what Mulan did. He saw Jonathan as soon as he walked in that house and was just like, he not one who I can mess with.
Right.
So I need to be real cordial and friendly, watch my words correctly about him, and that's all it was.
He was mighty polite when it was all about
mighty polite.
Well, we're sleeping together. No, we're not. I don't sleep with anybody unless I'm fucking and blah blah blah. But then you was about to share the room with Rio. But whatever. I get it. That's on you. But no, you was politely saying that no, you're not. No, you're not sleeping here. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Very
no,
politely.
No, you're not. Smiles.
Very common words.
No, you're not.
Wasn't aggressive in no kind of way.
I'm like, nigga,
but
buck up. Like you was bucking up with everybody else.
Everybody else. Like, oh, you're a fighter. So you're Mr. Fighter now. Okay.
Oh, God.
But remember, came in the house, him and Anthony had past history. They was friends. You attacked him for the room because Anthony had that room first.
Sized him up. Knew we could beat him.
But didn't. And but you know what's that? But didn't really beat him.
But didn't.
But had security on his side. If you go back and you watch it, it was more on some, yeah, we gonna get in this little scuffle. I'm gonna push him out, security in the room with me, then I can just close the door. And that's basically how that happened.
It's a pretty good, what you call
It's been a great reality show. I feel like it's probably like 1 or 2 more episodes.
Yeah. Because the last one was episode 10.
Yeah, and that was at the end of it. It was clips of them at the music video. So I could see maybe 1 or 2 more episodes.
I could see them pushing for 3. I could see a solid 13.
I would be fine with it. They've done a fantastic job. Yeah, like when you actually good. Sit down and you think about it, the first 9 episodes, nothing but smoke, nothing but action, drama, mess. And you said that was episode 10. Mm-hmm. So 10 didn't have no drama or mess. It was more friendly shade, but we trying to get something done. Mm-hmm. And then the last 2 will be them getting something done.
Why do you think Rio didn't want to go with Carry-On and Gutta and Dylan? It was Dylan, right? To scout places for the music video. What you think going on with that?
Because he wanted to be around the people where he felt like he would have got more camera time in that moment, and he wants to be around Mulan. Okay. That's all it is. That's all I got from it.
If this message pop up one more time.
That's all I really took from. Just like, oh no, so he just want to make sure he be in the camera as much as possible. All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well.
I mean, I ain't mad at it, but
who else got smoke? Who won't smoke?
Mm.
Man, remember that day you came through and me and Mike was recording a remix to Who Won't Smoke? Where is that song at? Damn.
I do. This was at the Lair.
At the Lair, yeah. You kicked it with me and Mike.
I did. Y'all was recording. I was in between y'all like sessions and going back. He was playing Mortal Kombat and I was just sitting there smoking and watching and stuff. Cause I don't like
I miss him. You know he live in Flint now.
I do not.
Michigan. And his birthday just passed. I'm like, nigga.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
What the like when did you leave me here? But that's my fault.
I can't get with Xbox controllers. I think it's something with how small my hands is.
My hands, we got the same.
But you see, your hands are bigger than mine. Don't even do that. Your hands are bigger than mine.
At the bottom.
I am starting at the bottom. They're about the same size.
Right. Look at the middle finger. About it. Mine's are smaller. I can see your hands over my hands.
I can see your index finger longer than mine.
Well, you know.
But you're used.
You know how that go.
Ew. But in hindsight, you're used to the controllers. You've been an Xbox person.
And I'm a bass player.
Yeah, so
stretch.
I don't be doing all that. And PlayStation,
them things too small. They for little dainty hands. I can't hold that. It feels like I'm holding toothpicks.
Little dainty hands. The Xbox controller is so fat. It's like
massive.
Just one hunk.
It's heavy. It's massive.
Yeah, I don't. It's so uncomfortable.
Man, I love it.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Do you remember the very first Xbox? Now that, oh my God, you got to see a picture of that controller.
The black one?
Yeah, the all black one.
Like the green and the
Yep. Have you seen that controller?
I have. Darrell had an Xbox.
That bitch big as fuck.
And I would go over there and I'd just be like, no, I'm not playing no video games with you. No, I don't want to. No. What is
y'all remember
this?
black and white buttons? Oh, y'all not Xbox fans.
No.
Okay.
Nintendo 64, which is still the best controller of all time.
I have one. I used to dog niggas on it.
Nintendo 64, and after Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2.
Yeah, because I hated that GameCube controller. I'm like,
I didn't have a GameCube.
My cousins have one. And
did Darrell have a GameCube? I know that they had a Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't holding that neither.
My god cousins had Super Nintendos. I had a Sega.
I had a Sega, yeah.
And
Sega
those
Genesis.
controllers, we were younger, so it wasn't like they were really that big and clunky either.
Right.
And they were more kind of roundy type. So it's just Xbox they just need to make smaller controllers. You can still keep the same design, just it don't have to be as fat and clunky as it is.
Well, they ain't got no choice but to make it the same design, because if you really think about it, I mean, the design, the buttons and stuff like that, it's the same as PlayStation. You got your D-pad, you got your two
I appreciate
sticks.
that. All gaming systems except Nintendo,
you got your
same button layout.
R1, L1, R2, L2, and you got your 4 buttons. And you got a couple other buttons or whatever that do some other shit. But then there's elite controllers that got paddles on the back, see? And that's when shit get hectic.
I'm okay.
I had an elite.
I'm sure you did. I'm okay.
With the paddles on the back. Mm-hmm.
That's doing too much.
Man, you could set it to slide?
That's doing too much.
Man, what?
I don't even slide now. I'm so mad that I bought that gun.
Like, think about this, though.
That
you
was
know
a
how you
waste of
plan
CP
and then
coins.
you kind of have to move your other hand to the other side because you need all your fingers over here, but you need an extra finger over here when there's a paddle on the back that you can assign what you trying to do. Does PlayStation even have shit like that? Can you do that? Because I know you can do it on Xbox,
and I don't care.
See,
I don't need all that.
and that's why PlayStation is the iPhone and
It's
Xbox
not,
is the
though.
Android. Yes, because Xbox
it's
it's more
But what I'm-
customizable to my needs.
I'm not going to say that the PlayStation isn't. It's just that what I'm saying is I'm not the person who's going to be searching to see if it is, because I'm not going to do it anyway.
Same thing about people with iPhones when they say, "Well, I don't need to do all that."
Yeah, like I don't.
Y'all here with me?
I don't. I don't need to be doing all that extra. Like I don't need to do all that extra stuff. And on iPhones, I know it's possible. iPhones got a bunch of hacks and everything, but it's. I don't care to learn about it.
Okay.
Nice and simple.
Let's get into some other shit on here.
Nice and simple.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
I'm wearing a pair tomorrow.
Gotta buy me a pair.
With Mr. Toaster, I asked him, we going.
What you think about what the people are saying about him?
It's nothing new. Let's start there.
And it's nothing wrong.
And it's nothing wrong with them.
It's
way back in the days, in the 60s, 70s, shit, probably even before then.
Isley Brothers.
Our fathers,
basketball
uncles,
players. Y'all remember it?
Basketball players, athletes, all of that. They used to wear them.
Yep.
But then society switched when gay men started being more open about being gay. And with the gay agenda and making the AIDS pandemic all about gay men, the world started being very more homophobic. Because you got to think about it, before then it wasn't really, it was homophobic, but it wasn't like it was a big thing, because everybody knew, everybody was free, they was all loving, doing drugs together, having orgies and shit. And then, you know, AIDS happened and they tried to blame it just on gay people, which just isn't true. But so then it got to a point where, okay, everything is gay, everything is homophobic. Straight men had to stop. Because even still, y'all like to, if a straight man had on the hoochie daddy shorts, as y'all want to call them, he was gay for it. If they were too short, if they didn't come to the knee or a little bit lower than the knee, if he wasn't wearing jean shorts, he was gay. And we're starting, as a society, we're starting to get back to that. And this is why I say that women, and especially black women, because we all know that us blacks, we make the world go round as far as what's acceptable and what's not. We set the trends and everybody else follows us. Y'all homophobic as fuck. And a lot of y'all are, and especially the younger generations, they're not. And they starting to understand it's okay for a man to be sexy if he want to be sexy. Shit, people like working out. It'd be hot as fuck outside. So what if he wearing some shorts that's above his knee? If he look good, he look good. If he's happy, he's happy. And that's all it should be about. So I'm here for it. I love seeing a thick man in some shorts. So I love seeing bad bitches in shorts.
Listen,
so.
if you skip leg day, just fucking say that. If your legs look like two
toothpicks
with ham hocks for thighs, then that's on you, sir. You need to do something about that.
Listen,
show them thighs.
When I start working out, I'm on love leg day. I already got really nice legs.
Women love to see thighs. I don't know why y'all like covering your thighs up. It's weird.
When, you know what's mad weird? Women like asses. Women love a man with a fat ass. That's why I think it's weird. Y'all be mad that when you be walking around the house, she want to slap your ass. You should be happy. Embrace that.
Studs don't like that shit neither.
I love it.
Shit.
Please
make it and make it jiggle. Make it jiggle.
That's one of the reasons I'm wearing mine tomorrow. My hoochie daddy shorts.
So you can get your ass slapped.
It's not even about that. I asked him. He was like, you know, you got to wear something athletic. So I was like, just fucking with him. Like, oh, so can I wear mine? He was like, yeah, you go. Shit, yeah, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I'm here for to see you in the hoochie daddy. Okay. So I told him like, okay, well then I'll be your thick bad bitch tomorrow then.
Aww.
So it was one of those things.
Look how sweet.
But what I'm saying is, every dude that I've had before that, they love my thickness behind closed doors. Because I tell y'all, I actually, underneath these clothes, I look skinny, but I'm like the true definition of slim thick. Oh man, what do you mean? What happened?
What happened where?
I don't know. Daniel just texted me and said what happened to the stream.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It says it there. Like it says 3 out of 3.
But behind closed doors, they like it. Yeah, but right in public, they wouldn't like when I would wear the hoochie daddy shorts, because I guess for them, it's just, this is mine and it's for me. And then in my head, this is mine.
Right.
I wear everything that I wear for me. I may wear something extra for you, but if it don't make me feel good, I'm not wearing it at all. So it's refreshing to be talking to a grown man and just like, hell yeah, shit, show that shit off. So,
man, it's a little different on my end, but maybe it's not. No, hit refresh, because I had to make sure that this was up, because I had to go back. Spam? Deceptive. What did you say about white people that got us? I'm about to say, like, no. We own. We're there. We're everywhere. we're fine. Because when you were talking, I had to restart the YouTube because it wasn't on YouTube. I checked all this shit already. That's why I fixed that. I fixed the video. We ain't got no issues. So either way, yeah, it's a little different on my end. I've been in relationships where, you know, they wanted me to be the man and I'm not a man. Duh. I'm not a man. And I like to wear, like, I got Ethica on and shit. Like I like to be a woman. I'm sorry. My body looked better. Not now, but my body looked better than most of y'all bitches, and I like to show it off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm not your knight in shining armor.
Listen, I've always found it kind of weird about the lesbian community where you want a woman, but
to do man roles,
but you low key want your woman to be a man.
Yep.
You want her to have the strap, which is nothing wrong with that. Let me start there. You want her to have the strap. It's the other stuff though that y'all like still require, and it's just like, so you basically you want a man.
What I find weird is the ones that want women, will take the strap, want this stud or whoever it is to do the man roles, and then you don't eat vagina. Sweetheart, you're not gay. And that's that. You're not gay. Go over there. Go over there with that bullshit, because we don't do that over here. Now, if you got one of them touch me not studs, which I don't understand it, but to each their own.
To each their own. I can't wait.
Because I have my own. I have my own theories about that. If you don't want nobody down there, that means there's something wrong down there, ma'am, that you're already aware of. Let's start there. Clean that shit up. And rolls. And then
that was ghetto.
Very. and shave that shit. Like, no one wants to. Nobody on God's green earth wants to be foraging through the woods down there. Like, no one wants to do
over
that.
The woods and
no.
I know, what is it? Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house.
No,
we go.
Nasty.
No,
nope. That's nasty. No one wants to do that. I ain't met nobody that wanted to do that. But whatever. I mean, bitch, I fuck wanted to do that. Whatever. Do y'all think?
Listen, to each his own.
I don't even know how we got there.
To each his own.
What was I about to say?
I love Hoochie Daddy shorts. Everybody wear them. Women, wear your Daisy Dukes. Men, wear your Hoochie Daddy shorts. I'm here for it.
And I ain't gonna lie, my shorts are getting shorter and shorter.
As they should.
Because
like, just it's hot.
Y'all, I've been skinny all my life. So
good.
Now I got a little
piece.
piece of weight. Did I tell you I reached 150 pounds the other day? 150. I'm like, fam, y'all can never call me skinny again. Fuck all y'all. When I work all this out, it's over for all of y'all. All of y'all. Y'all can never call me skinny again. Ever. And when I get some Hoochie Daddy shorts, it's really gonna be on. I'm gonna be out here. It's here. It's really here.
I know, but I sent the link.
I'm not. Okay. So anyway, you see what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not. I know it's here. We have 4 people watching. I see that.
It is what it is. It was probably them stupid people trying to talk about songs at the fucking beginning and just threw the whole algorithm off. They be hating.
They do be
for
hating.
No reason. Trying to stop us from being great out here in these streets.
All right, well, since we're on the gay shit or whatever.
Oh, it's more gay shit.
Joe Budden sits down with Isaiah Rashad. Did you watch it?
I have not watched it.
Okay. I watched the entire thing. It was only about an hour.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I still remember the day that moment when you and Daniel were playing zombies, and he sent it to all of us, and I was like, oh shit, oh shit. I can't believe that the dicks was everywhere. Just dicks, more dicks, just everywhere. But I'm secure in my lesbianism that I can watch these things and just take from it what I need. What is the number one thing I say? I'll buy it. I feel like more people should do molds of. Are you kidding? Like, I feel like a lot of people should do molds.
I ain't gonna hold you. Sorry to anybody listening who may feel some kind of way to my future husband. My ex can make a mold of it today and give it to me, and I would keep it for the rest of my life. I've asked him multiple times too, and he's always said, yeah, we just never like actually just made it happen. That's, man.
The process looks pretty simple. It looks pretty simple.
Just got to keep an erection while the mold is molding. I seen it on Real Sex. I think they had a thing where they was talking about when dildos are made. That's really all the man has to do. They literally make a clay type mold of it, and all you have to do is just keep your erection while solidifying. Then they take it off. There you go. That's it. So yeah,
I think that's dope. And people do it for a lot of different reasons. You know, they going overseas and shit. I get it. Me, I like a variety.
My only takeaway, since I haven't watched, I can't really speak on the interview, but what I do want to speak on is people saying that why did he go to Joe Budden?
Okay.
Where was he going to go?
Was anybody else inviting him? Let's start there. Or was everybody else insecure in their manhood to the point where they didn't want this person who just got outed to be on their show to talk about this? But Joe being Joe, y'all have all these bisexual jokes. Who cares? I did think that the joke that he told about, he said that he didn't watch the tape, but he thought because he was coming on the show that he should watch the tape. Like, how you gonna talk about the tape without watching it? And I was like, I thought that was funny. I don't know if he really watched it or not, but the joke was funny. And even if he did, so the fuck what? Have you seen his bitches? Breasts are out here. I mean, out here, like, and up there, and stomach is in here, and an ass is out there. He usually like the light skinned ones, but I just seen a picture of him with a dark baddie.
Yeah, she's cute.
You seen the one in the group?
No, the one that he was on a vacation with, right?
Oh, I seen 2 different vacation pics with 2 different women. And what I'm saying is,
I didn't see the second one. I just saw the one that I showed y'all.
The light skin one?
No,
or the dark skin one?
She was darker skin.
Okay, yeah.
Because remember we was when I saw it and I sent he was grabbing her boob with his hand around her shoulder, and we just like, is she Latina? Because we know he got a type.
that's his woman. But there's another one with a darker lady.
Oh, darker than her.
Darker than her. I'm telling you, man. Nice. I'm telling you.
No, I missed that one.
Don't sleep on my nigga Joe.
Look, don't I ain't do mad at it because shit. When I realized, I was like, damn, Joe thick.
Joe is thick. Joe eat good.
I don't think
Joe got a chef.
So here's what,
and a driver.
So before I make this point about bisexual men, here's what I was saying about Joe. Like Lav said, who was inviting him? But even the people who were inviting him, why would he go? Y'all want him to go on the Breakfast Club? They mad and sensitive on the Breakfast Club. Y'all want him to sit down with Academic? Academic don't even... Academic would never. So who... Nori and Drink Champs?
No. He's not even there yet to like...
Where else was he going to go? He's a hip hop artist who got outed.
Hot 97, Ebro, maybe. I wouldn't.
Exactly. Like most of the people who are out there, the only one who comes to mind is Angie Martinez.
Isaiah, you can come here. You can have a seat.
Come here, Daddy.
You can. Shit. can come here. You can come sit right here.
Have a
man.
whole interview
Man,
with
what?
us.
What?
We will
Talk some
get
shit.
some back. Gonna keep a bottle. You want some action afterwards, you will get it.
So basically, what they talked about in the interview, he mentioned quite a few things. He mentioned how when the outing happened, when these videos were leaked, he tried to kill himself twice. Not because, you know, his family didn't know. First of all, he has children. I didn't know he had children.
I didn't either.
Had no clue. But he wants to keep his children from that. Like, his children are children. They're not on the internet. They're not doing all this shit. But he worried about how, you know, in the future, when they go to school and they become of age and then they got to deal with
bullies,
and then they gonna bring that up, you know.
Because kids are evil.
Oh my God. You know, Sharita was watching, the missus was watching Stranger Things from the beginning today.
Okay.
And it got to the point where, you know, when he dropped the camera and that broke my heart because, bitch, you do anything to my laptop, there's no telling what I'm liable to do.
And that's how it happens. Kids are evil.
This is how, I don't want to say that this is how school shootings happen. When it comes to the students bringing shit to the school.
But no, in hindsight, it is. Bullying is 10 times worse now than it was for us growing up because at the end of the day, it only happened in school or when we were on the bus.
Now it's
bullying happens in school, on the bus,
on the internet,
every social media platform, video games,
yes. Oh my God.
YouTube comments. They'll make email threads to you, TikTok videos, and teachers and principals, they turn a blind eye. They don't do anything up.
They say kids will be kids, and I'm like, no, this is different.
I'm not saying that justifies going to a school and shooting anybody up, because it doesn't.
But
they are children. I'm not talking about this grown ass man who went and shot up little kids because he was in high school.
Right.
And shot up elementary kids. They didn't have shit to do with bullying him. But what I'm saying is when a high schooler goes and shoots up other high schoolers because he's been being tortured.
Shout out to Degrassi.
Y'all have to think about this. We've been 18 before. We know what shit is like when you feel like it's no escape. Because when you in high school, you feel like that's the peak of your life. Period. You feel like that's the peak of your life. We're not thinking about when we 40 and stuff when you're in high school. This is the peak of my life. Like, this is setting me up for everything.
Especially, I mean, this is what matters. This is home away from home, number one.
We see these people more than our family when you're in school.
Man.
And then a lot of them, you've been in school with them since elementary.
You know these people.
And most of the people who gotten bullied, they've been getting bullied for forever. So it was just, I can't understand the thought process because it's never happened. Well, I'm not going to say it's never happened to me as far as bullying, but
I've been bullied.
It was a whole school shooting at my high school the year after.
Oh, shit.
Asa Cone. I've said it before on the pod, but that's another reason why school shootings are impactful to me because
you went through that.
My sister and my cousin could have died that day. Darrell got held at gunpoint that day. And Asa said, I'm not going to shoot you because you were always nice to me, and let him go. Or King of Comments. He was in school. He could have died that day.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
It's like I know people that went through their school being held up by a shooter, and our school, we didn't even have doors to our classrooms. Now, every classroom did have like a space for the teacher to go in with a door that would close. So a lot of them just went in there with their students and locked it down. But still. Oh, it's just terrible.
I want to see how these school shooting drills go, honestly.
It's probably the same drill that we had in fucking elementary for tornadoes and shit. Got us crouched down in fetal position in front of lockers. What?
Like the you seen that meme that with the tornado just going like, oh, we're not gonna get these kids. Like, what the fuck out of here.
But yeah, but to go back to Isaiah and his children,
he tried.
I can understand how adult that would make you just like, I don't.
Yeah, he was thinking about his children, not so much his family, but he was going through a lot at that time. Like, I guess his grandmother was trying to beat cancer, but slowly failing, and then on top of that, the next day his grandfather died. So of course,
when it rains, it pours,
man. And so he tried to kill himself. He crashed his car. He crashed both his cars. And I'm like, damn, man, just because he doesn't have a problem with what he's doing. It's just he doesn't want it to affect the people around him, which I can definitely understand. I can understand that. It's not like he's not living in his truth.
I deal with that.
He's very concerned with the rest of his family and how they
can
might
relate
be
to that myself.
Affected.
I can definitely relate to that myself because I've always been me, and I'm gonna live with my truth, period. Mm-hmm. But you don't think it runs in the back of my mind, even when we in a club together, and if I decide I want to twerk on Laugh, how that may affect somebody looking or how they feeling in the background. They may not even say nothing to me, but they may say something to Laugh or the missus. Or if I'm out with my sister and her friends and I'm like the only dude that's in their section, and you can tell because I don't hide who I am. So if you look at me, even if I am in a predicament, I may look like a straight, but I'm not really giving straight energy. Right. Let's just keep it 100. Right. But I'm not even doing the twerking, but I'm just on guard. Right. Yeah. And I know the people around me, if you hint at, oh, you gay, you a faggot, they jumping. So I can understand him I can't understand him wanting to take himself out, but I can understand him thinking about it and attempting, because it's real. Because our lifestyle does affect people, because it's so many people in the world that it bothers with you just being happy and insecure with yourself.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason why I never really talked to the rest of my family. Like, the only person that I talk openly about me, myself, and you know, my gayness is my mother. The rest of my family, like, I don't talk to them about that. They know I got a girlfriend, you know, and that's enough. That's all they need.
Maybe the next cousin event, I'll talk to them about it.
But my goodness, if a sex tape came out and it went viral or some shit, and my family just so happens to see it, which I don't think they ever would, but I wouldn't know what to do, honestly. I mean, I would probably just be like, well, part of me would want to do that.
So but you know what's crazy? I've made one sex tape my whole life. He probably don't even got access.
Oh, nigga, I got a library.
I mean, now as far as like some snippets of me doing some things, all right, yeah, whatever. But I'm talking like a sex tape of like me. You know, wow. I got one of those. You know,
sorry, mom.
Sorry, mom. I would be devastated if a nude leaked. I wouldn't care. Even one of my quick videos I done made for somebody to, you trying to get this action in, I'm like, I wouldn't care. But like, if that came out, I would feel some kind of way, because for me, that's only stuff that I share with the person that I'm having sex with. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't give lazy sex. Because in that moment, this is for me and this is for you. What I know. Let's go. I don't need the other people around me seeing me in that light, because it's not for them. It's not for you. You don't need to know what I do and how I do it in bed. It's not for you. So that's why I'm not really, or like around them and stuff. I'm not really a big sexual person. Like, I'll make
same.
Like with my friends and stuff, I'll make some jokes and laugh about it, but laugh until you, like, I'm not really I tell you like, oh, that nigga fine, or I'll suck the fuck out of his dick, or something like that. But going in full blown details is for what?
I wouldn't even do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that to you.
You listen
now, Desiree, she got all the details. Don't do that.
Good for her.
Don't do that.
Okay. I'm possessive over my friends.
I get it. What was I about to say? I'm really sad to hear that this is how that affected him. I'm glad he's in therapy.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's still with us, because I very much enjoy his music. Like the last 2 albums he put, I very much enjoy his music.
And doesn't he talk about suicide a lot in his music? Or what he deals with, like, mental wise and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I've heard some people on Twitter, I've read some things on people on Twitter say that.
Yeah. But tell me, who on TD don't do that? You see, that's the thing. I'm like, well, I'm waiting for the world to put 2 and 2 together that, him and SZA used to date? And they both part of the community? And did they get signed to TDE around the same time? Yeah, because what was that?
Being each other's industry beard.
When did Free Lunch come out? When did that whole album come out? I want to say 2018. Ain't that when Control came out? Control came out 2018?
Maybe. Because, I that's a question I would have loved for Joe to ask.
2017.
Like, did you and SZA both know when y'all was together that y'all
I don't even know that he knew. Oh, The Sun's Tirade came out in 2016. Okay.
How old is he?
Like 28. I believe that's what he said. I promise I was listening to the interview, y'all, because I swear that's what he said.
Do you remember, did he say his children's age, or he just said they're small children?
I think he said 3, 6, and 9 or something like that. Or like something like that.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about earlier, and I said I was going to pause, about bisexual men. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot more bisexual men in the world than they realize and that we realize. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because men don't like women.
Women are hard to deal with. I'm not gonna lie.
That like in the most humblest, non-bashing way.
I know what you mean.
But men, they enjoy being around other men because they relate to them, and even not in the
shit is just easier to deal with.
Even not in the sexual thing. Like, men are attracted to other men. Like,
I know I'd be emotional as fuck,
and I know, but society has even got to a point where they don't even like men being friends with other men. They think it's weird. Oh, you just want to play the game with your friends. Why you always playing basketball with your friends?
Because it's fucking relaxing. It's decompressing.
But it's just like, these are the things that men like to do. And guess what? The things that men like to do, other men like to do.
And so I can't do it with your bitch ass. I'm going to do it with him.
And most women, things that y'all like to do,
we don't like to do. I'm not a man, but they don't like to do.
And but then again, it is men that like to do it. Some of them are gay. Most of them, it's some of them that are metrosexual, but y'all bash them for it.
Exactly. Like when y'all said that Kevin Samuels was gay, I'm like, y'all need to quit.
So
y'all have to quit. A man that takes care of himself is not gay. A man that washes his ass is not gay. I'm not doing this with y'all.
And from the time that we are born, it's programmed in a man's head that you're supposed to get with a woman and have kids and procreate and get married. And that's why you find out, like Isaiah, who's in his mid to late 20s, he done had 3 kids, and just like, no.
He also, because Joe did ask him, like, so how do you are you bisexual? Like,
he
what
said
are
he's
you?
Sexually fluid.
Sexually fluid. And I was like, okay, I can understand that. I'm not that, but I can understand that. I can understand
whatever gets your dick hard.
I can understand. I've came across a few men that I was like, damn. That's it. That's as far as I go. But I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Like, there were some women that came across me that was like, I ain't gay, but okay. I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate it. Step. Because you don't eat pussy. So, done. Not doing this.
Listen, I haven't come across a woman in quite some time where I've seen her and she just like make the dick hard. But it's been, I definitely done came across some women who got the stuff, the juices like a flowing. Like, damn. I could give her some dick, so.
Oh man.
So I get the sexual fluid thing, but it's just, I've always said for me when it comes to being gay, just that's what always gets the juices flowing is a man. That's how I knew I was gay, because when it came to sex, that's the one who I identify with, that who I want to have sex with. Like, I really feel like I could spend the rest of my life being happy and content with a woman.
And that's the other thing.
But when it comes to the sex part, I don't want that with you.
Same. I think I would be the best housewife for a man. But nope. When it comes time to get dick down, I can't do it. I can't.
Listen, if I could find me a baddie that was just like, yeah, we can let it. No, we just gonna be out here fucking these niggas together.
Oh man. Then her friends gonna be all in her ear, like, why you fucking this gay naked?
And it'd be like, we not fucking, we love being around each other.
Gay naked just to keep fucking other naked.
Because we can do that.
You know how they be.
You can make
ain't no different than what they doing.
None at all.
Y'all cheating on y'all man.
None at all. Listen, you get to pick the life that you want to live. These chicks be cheating on they men. You get to pick the life that you want to live, and more people need to realize that.
And be open and honest with your partner. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Everybody want to be so reserved in a relationship. I be looking at some relationships like, how do y'all even work? How do y'all work together? Like, how do you do this? How do y'all do this? You cheating on him, he cheating on you, and you fuck nigga free, and just there's no way. No.
Can I be my unmentionable?
No. So we can get shut down?
It already started at the beginning.
What? Well, we ain't shut down no more though. We're not shut down right now.
I'm not thinking about it.
I mean, I got two.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Are we getting into that right now? No, we ain't talked about DL Hughley.
Oh no, we gonna say that for after Unmentionables, but okay. I definitely want to talk about that.
I don't think we'll ever get to the 100 most influential people.
Let's talk about it now since you just brought it up. I was glad that Putin was on the list.
Yo,
it's facts. He is. Shout out to Mary for being on the list. Who else was an interesting pick on? I was kind of all the like duo sets that they had on, but it was just like, but then again, I would be like, well, shit, me and Laugh, or we might make the list one day, so I could see them putting us together.
I'm glad Quinta Brunson is on here.
I don't know who that is. Oh, okay, that's the
Black Lady Sketch Show and Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, Abbott Elementary.
By LeBron James. He nominated her.
Shout out to them.
Pete Davidson on this bitch.
No.
By Jack Harlow.
Can we talk, because I'm sorry. This pissed me off. And it just came out today. Can we talk about how Lil, shout out to Jasmine. Oh, how Lil Uzi Vert said that Jack Harlow doesn't have white privilege, and it doesn't affect his career because He's on a black record label.
Okay. Let's go there. I'm ready to go there. I would love to go there.
You want to start? I'm massaging my ears. I don't know why my headset feels so tight today.
I mean, I understand what he's saying in the world of black music. I do. I understand what he's trying to say. Let me start there. I understand what he's trying to say about white privilege. We're not talking about Eminem. He's not even doing.
So
well, damn. Can I
keep cooking? Keep cooking.
Like, we're not, when it comes to the white rappers in black music, he's not doing the Eminem thing. He's not being lyrical at all. At all. I haven't heard one thing that was just like, damn, that triple double entendre with the rhymes aligned and all. No, he's not doing any of that. He's doing what everybody else doing. He doing what Post Malone doing. He doing what shit, Jeezy. What's the rest of the white ones? There's a few white ones. Jack Harlow is only doing better because he has that fake Drake flow.
Facts.
Fake Drake flow. But if he didn't have that fake Drake flow, he would be just like all the other whites. Do you consider him
like
pop?
Post Malone or not like
yeah, because you know what? Because Post Malone and G-Eazy are considered pop because they're white.
And your boy Russ, because that's a white man.
He's Sicilian.
That's a white
He's
man.
olive. Don't do this. Don't do this to me.
White.
He's so pretty. He's so pretty.
He is. He's still white.
He's Sicilian. He's so pretty. And look where Russ at.
If you are white, I don't care what industry you in, what you have been raised as, what you've been through in life, you have white privilege. So I don't care that he has a fake Drake flow. For Lil Uzi to say he doesn't have white privilege because he's on a black record label, that's asinine, because those black people looked at him and said, oh, he got a fake Drake flow. Yeah, we can do something with him. And he's white. That came up in their board meeting. He's signed because he's white. He's not signed because he has a fake Drake flow. We talking about DJ Drama. He can go find a black dude with a fake Drake flow. It's a bunch of them and make them pop. But guess what? It's easier to do it with a Jack because he's the first white boy doing it. And he has white privilege. They all have white privilege. So because they are white.
What about Iggy Azalea? What happened with that?
She has white privilege. She's a white bitch from Australia who got signed by T.I.
And then did what? Still ain't hit no fucking chart. I'm not doing this.
Oh, she has charted.
And never again.
Iggy has charted, but she hasn't released no music. She been raising her child.
Oh my God.
No, dead ass. You can't say, oh my God, because it's the truth. Before she got pregnant and started raising her child, she was out here doing some things. She had a nice little run for what she was doing. It is what it is. And her white skin and her white privilege had something to do with it. She didn't even use her Australian accent. She made y'all believe that she was just a light bad bitch.
What color is Snow the product?
All I'm saying is there is, in 2022, for Lil Uzi of all people, for any black person to say that a white person doesn't have white privilege is just not true. I don't care how you look at it, it's not true. And Eminem, as talented as he is, he has white privilege. Because The Game, in his most recent interview, he actually made a very excellent point. He said Eminem not getting played in a club. Eminem not getting played on the radio. But everybody got him in. They like Mount Rushmore. Eminem not getting played on the streets. He not, and you know he not.
Today, no.
He was when he was in his era and when he was in his bag. Okay,
just
but
like
after that,
just like Jay.
But he's doing something. But what I'm saying is, you're liable to, even now in 2022, to drive down the street and hear somebody playing the game or any other black artist. If Eminem was black, do you think he would be as big as he is? If Eminem, and that's a real ass question.
With some of the shit that I heard, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, he wouldn't get away with that. 2 Trailer Park Girls come around the out. Like, he's not going to get away with that.
But he got away with it because he was white.
Talk about the trailer park, because now he's talking about the hood. What is Jack Harlow sitting here talking about? Black shit. That's the problem. That's the
fine,
disconnect.
but this is what I'm saying though, Laugh. I don't want to take anything from what you're saying or what Eminem wiped about, because he didn't portray himself like he was black. He always stood 10 toes down
in the trailer park.
Whiteness.
In the trailer park.
But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when Eminem came out, his thing was, oh shit, we got a white boy that can rap. Yeah, he can rap his ass off, but it was always, damn, this a white boy that can rap. Same thing with Vanilla Ice.
He don't count.
Why don't he count?
He don't count.
Because he was a one-hit wonder or something?
Yeah.
Oh, what about Beastie Boys?
They was hip-hop. They was a hip-hop supergroup.
And they were white.
Mm-hmm.
And that was their thing. It wasn't that they was talented at what they were doing while we fucked with them so much. No, it was because they were white and they were so talented at what they were doing. You know, it's the truth. It's the uncomfortable truth, but it's the truth.
We can keep going back. Shit.
Keep going. Tierra Marie. It was amazing that a white bitch had that voice that she got.
It wasn't just the voice. It was the fact that she was playing bass at the same time.
And it was
next.
White.
Next.
White.
Next. And
white.
Rick James. Next. Now, who's old dude, the black dude that we never thought that, the white dude that we never thought was white because of that voice that he had? What song was that? Oh, what the fuck song was that? Ooh, it's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
I don't know. It's just I don't like this statement because it's true.
It's a lot of white people with songs.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like, I'm not trying to take anything from them.
So they can't chart? You think they have white
privilege? I don't have a problem with them charting. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
you think they have white privilege?
Because they do. Because they're white. That's what white privilege is. Life is a little bit easier in every circumstance. Everything is a little bit easier before you because you're white.
I think some other things.
But that's what white privilege is.
No, I think some other things go along with white privilege. It's not just because you're white. It's because you're born white, number one. And that's number one. Number two, you have resources that us blacks don't have. That's number two.
Because
you just do.
Because
you just do. You own land and shit like that. It's all that. Mm-hmm. It's not like black people don't own land. It's not like black people don't have resources.
I agree.
They come later.
They do.
We have to work for our shit.
But that's what white privilege is. If you're white, just like everything that you said, when you're born, you already have access to these things, or you already have these things. And it's because you were born white. It wasn't
not every white person has these.
And that's fine, but guess what? They still have.
So you think all these people that you
laugh? Okay. We're not doing this because white privilege has always been
no, because you're just going back to the whole white thing, and I'm like, okay,
because the start of this conversation was Lil Uzi saying that Jack Harlow didn't have white privilege
because he has a point.
He doesn't have a point.
Yes, he does. Because yes, he is.
Born in this world,
of course, he's a white person that can rap. Why didn't one of these white motherfucking people? Because Jack Harlow's been rapping for fucking 10 years. Why one of these white labels didn't pick him up and be like, oh, a white dude that can rap? What?
I don't think he can rap. Let's start there.
Well, that's fine. I'm asking the question. Why didn't one of these white labels pick him up and be like, ooh, a white person that can rap?
Because they already have a system that works for them. We can get uneducated black men, get them, make them music, make them high, and then they'll die, and then we'll own their masters, and we'll keep releasing music. It's a proven track record.
That's very true. So what they going,
as these big executives, why would I go across the grain to hire you as a white boy? For what? I don't need to. I know they know that they could, but why? Look at this triple X dude.
Don't do that.
I can't. He's the perfect example. No,
his name is XXXTentacion. I'm not going to let you do that.
I mean, but I didn't know his name.
Nah, XXXTentacion.
Okay, but he's the perfect example. A song with him and Kanye just came out.
So
they've released so much music. I'm glad. His death, and it's sad.
I'm so glad you brought this up. Explain Lil Peep, who was a white rapper who died, that they're still living off his shit. So again, why can't you just take Jack Harlow? Take him over there with y'all. Kill him off the way you killed everybody the fuck else off and make money. You can do it with a white rapper.
There you can. But odds are ever in your favor that it work out better with the black one.
Because he doesn't have the fucking resources. That's why he's been rapping for 10 years. He doesn't have the privilege. Lil Peep did. That's how he got signed so quickly. The nigga was signed at like 19 or some shit. Ain't been rapping but 6 months.
But he looked like us and he tried to act like us. I will say, Jack may
when Lil Pump gonna die then? Tell me that.
I don't know, but what I'm saying, the picture that I'm painting right now is, I will say the one thing about Jack though, when you look at him, he still act like a corny white dude. He got Drake's flow, but that's really about it. As far as the music, image is big in the music industry.
He look like Kid Laroi to me. Which is crazy because I think Kid Laroi makes better
music. But this
music.
little pimp, whatever dude who just died, he had tattoos on his face, if I'm not mistaken. Always wore the braid plaits in his head. He modeled his image after a black male rapper, or what a black male rapper or male is perceived to look like. Jack hasn't done that. He's still rocking his curls in his head.
He gonna have braids like Drake next, y'all. I'm calling it. I'm telling y'all right now. He about to get a braider. He growing his hair out. He about to get braids.
It's asinine to just say that he doesn't have white privilege, because we know that he do.
But then again, Post Malone, because he got the
but white privilege, because Post Malone, like his,
but he was able to cross over
exactly
from White Iverson.
That's a good song.
All right, y'all.
It's about the only one I know about him. But he crossed over. He did. So
when you think Jack gonna cross over?
He already has. That song First Class is terrible. He crossed over. He friends with Drake. That's enough of if Drake endorsed you in. That's a crossover already right there. Brandy just sampled First Class. Brandy, of all people. Brandy.
She didn't sample it.
She didn't sample it. She just rapped over the beat.
Yeah, she rapped
and she murdered it. That's her beat now. When I think of First Class, I just want to hear Brandy's version. But he was in an interview with what, Hot 97 or something?
Sweet semen. I'm like, what?
When Jack was in an interview at, I think it was Hot 97 or 105, one of the New York. Mm-hmm. He didn't even know who Brandy and Ray J is, but he's in the same room with these.
He didn't know they were brother and sister.
He didn't know who Brandy was. He didn't know Brandy.
How old is he?
I don't care how old he is.
Why do y'all expect people to know everybody?
I don't expect him, because just like I said, he is younger. He's white. In his neighborhood or where he grew up, music and all that stuff, he probably didn't know or even hear Brandy. I got it. But you know who Ray J was. Even if you didn't know him as an artist, you still knew something about Ray J. Ray J don't hide the fact that Brandy is his sister. He's never hide the fact that Brandy was his sister. So even if you found out about him on Love and Hip Hop, guess what? Those first like 1 or 2 seasons of Love and Hip Hop that he was on, Brandy was on there too.
You watched them on Love and Hip Hop?
I didn't. That's why I said if.
I was about to say because I don't know. I don't even know that he know Ray J. Did he say he knew Ray J?
He said he knew who Ray J was.
Okay.
He said he knew who Ray J was. He was on his sister's show in Moesha.
Listen. You
didn't do your proper research, but all
see, and that's the other thing. Who cares?
Because he crossed over.
You can tell all these rappers to do their fucking research. They're not gonna do it. There's rappers right now that don't know older rappers from back in the day. They don't know who Warren G is. They don't know who these niggas are, and that's fine. True. That is fine. That is fucking fine. Like I thought that the whole Brandy doing all this or whatever, I was like. Like, remember when Mariah Carey said that, or somebody said that they didn't know who Mariah Carey was? Mariah said she didn't know who Ariana Grande was. Whoever the fuck said that they didn't know who they was. Who cares?
J-Lo? Somebody. She has a running joke with, I don't know her, talking about J-Lo. But we all knew that she was being petty when she said it about Ariana Grande. But like even her thing with J-Lo, she even explained it when she was on Watch What Happens Live once. It was just like, I don't know her. Like I know of her, but I don't know her. We've never had a phone conversation. We've never had any kind of meeting or sit down or anything. I don't know her. Mariah Carey is one of the queen of shades.
Clearly.
And then back in the day, it was on they asked her a question and she was just like, this was before now. It was just like, I don't know her. I don't know who that is. Mariah Carey probably didn't know who J-Lo was. J-Lo know who Mariah Carey is, but bitch, I'm already at the top doing it. I don't know somebody who just was a dancer on In Living Color. I don't know you. But that's just like, so I can, perfect example. Mm-hmm. My sister is that girl. Mm-hmm. Shout out to regular degular bitch. I'm sure it's plenty of people out here who don't know that I'm the big brother because people think she's older than me to that point. But but it's nobody who's going to be out here if they just be on some. Oh, I don't know him at all. They know she got a brother. If one of them went on a Hot 97 or whatever radio show he was on and they played a clip of us, they'd just be like, shit, I know she got a brother. I may not know his name, but I know she got a brother. He was on some, I don't know who Brandy is at all. And that's why it was weird. Even if you didn't, you know when people are siblings. You know. I don't. I can't
tell you the last 2 people that I just found out was siblings. Like off the top of my head, but I just found out that 2 people were siblings.
Do they portray themselves as siblings?
No, we are grown fucking adults. We are grown adults.
Then that makes sense.
They were grown adults when you were born. Who's to say he watches Love and Hip Hop? He don't know.
But he
like I can't fault him for not knowing. I can't do that.
Hey, he probably knew, and like you said, he knew the sex tape.
There you go. Because it's Kim Kardashian. Now let's.
Hey.
I want to watch anybody fucking Kim Kardashian. All right. Well, anyway. If Kanye would have made, I'd be there.
That would have been beautiful.
It would have been downloaded on my phone.
Beautiful.
Like, oh, this is how North was made. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
If he had a sex tape for each child, I would be. Kanye, call me. I got some ideas, sir.
Did his
call me?
Did his deal with McDonald's happen yet? Like, did they release the packaging or stuff yet?
No, but as soon as they do, I'm going. I'm going to get me a Big Mac. Fast.
Everything's still gonna taste the same. It's just the packaging is gonna be different, I think.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell them to give me an extra box.
I used to love Big Macs.
They're amazing.
I used to love
When they have the
Big
right
Macs.
amount of sauce on there, it's amazing.
Sometimes I would even get extra sauce.
We didn't even order our Wagyu burgers or nothing. We ain't did shit we was supposed to do.
Ugh. Not these fucking dogs. You want to get into unmentionables?
I think this is a good question. You read this for a second. Just read that for a second. Out loud? Not out loud. Okay. No. But if you think this is a good question, we should read it out loud. Because this is how I felt. And we still didn't talk about this. We still didn't talk about the Juneteenth ice cream.
So I want to read it and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
We will do it after unmentionables.
Okay.
Because I think it's a good question, especially since Pride Month is next month and we're part of the community. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about Monique and DL. And then we'll probably end the show.
Okay. Well, my unmentionable is... I haven't heard that song. I don't know what that song is. This is Mook the God. If y'all are familiar with Mook the God, which y'all probably not, but I hope y'all get hit. This is an old song. I see that he did release a new song, but I haven't heard it, y'all. So I don't want to play it, and I haven't heard it. And it just came out like this month. I'm not playing that because I heard this other song and I actually like it. So. Okay. I'm just going to play this. So this is Bubble Tea by Mook the God.
Mook the God. This is that bubbly bubble tea. Smoking blunt after double tree. I'm low key with particular company up on the rooftop with the sun on me. I don't know anybody else is doing this. I'm going dummy. I'm dropping the stupidest up in the air. Probably thought I was cumulus. Got so many styles, dropping numerous. Got that bubbling OG with the bubble gum and the crumbly. Got that boba at the bottom of the cup. I just sip it slow. I don't gotta speed. Nothing too heavy, just something light. All the boys ready to hit the bikes. We through the city, through downtown. Pull up beside him to get a bite. Bubble tea. This is that bubbly bubble tea from the underground, come from underneath. Come and see me, yes, we be on Coventry, up in the new spot, feeling lovely. I don't trust anybody that ain't doing shit. Feel like the ugly man, bitch, I'm lugubrious. Smoking the air, got you coughing, you new to this. Ain't no black and mild, I don't do that shit. Got that bubbling OG with the bubble gum and the crumbly. Got that boba at the bottom of the cup. I just sip it slow, I don't gotta speed. Cut like machete, not then a knife. All the boys ready to get it high. Creep through the city, back uptown. Sipping my bubble tea, living life. Bubble tea. This is that 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 bubble tea.
That's all.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I made that shit start all the way over. That was Bubble Tea by Mook the God.
They want that intro to play bad, Roadcaster today.
Man, the road is on a roll. I mean, I got another one.
Play the other one.
I don't even know how to get to it.
Mm-mm.
Vigatron. It is your turn. Not your turn. That sounds terrible.
He's gonna love that. I'm about to tell him.
Jesus Christ. This is Nevermore featuring Duran Bernard. He did that, y'all.
Yeah. Feels good. The sweet release. I've hoped that I've pleased you, and not a pleasure was neglected. Atone the sins of our fathers, yet our traumas resurrected. The love, the sex, the joy, the repentance. I feel like I've been here before, then again, nevermore.
Feels like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Seems like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Feels like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Seems like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore.
Hear me, the argument's legitimate, knowing that you were sick of it. Cause every past expression was bullshit, and I'm innocent. Fuck for a buck, this strange for change. With the devil on each shoulder, there was never an angel in close range to tell me don't be promiscuous. I'm disingenuous, I'm knowing just what the issue is. Digital symbol, erase the text. I can soap and water my dick, but can't erase the sex. I never once thought about collateral damage. Ejaculate, then evacuate, then gon' make me a sandwich. I'm selfish, myself I despise. Then again, I tried to warn you I was one of those guys. Kept it 100, that's loaded with lies. That's a stupid oxymoron. Maybe that's one to grow on. So sorry that I hurt you. Maybe I don't deserve you. I never do it again. And so on and so on.
Feels like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Seems like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Feels like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. Seems like I've been there before. Never again, nevermore. No, never. No, never. No more. No, never. No, never. No
You don't know.
And that was Nevermore by Vigatron and featuring Duran Bernard.
D.
Listen, y'all did that.
D.
Y'all did that. I heard it when the remixes came out, and I was like, nah, they did this shit.
Shout out to V. Shout out to Pro 3. Make sure y'all check out Blurs and Clips on Saturdays. Clip gang, gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Go back to the question. You're going to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I done closed all my apps.
Oh my God.
Thank God I know who asked it.
Oh my God.
I know.
Well, you guys, while she's looking that up, next week will be our first episode of Pride Month. And y'all know we gay as fuck over here. In hindsight, we will have the mothers, the lovely ladies that are behind the skincare district.
No, seriously, you saying
You know, if y'all don't know, we've talked about them. Y'all seen them on just about every news station in Columbus. Columbus and Cleveland, because they about to do the Black Expo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
They have
They have a store in Mineral Mall. Like, we've talked about them. Y'all know who they is, but it's owned by their children. Skin District.
At Mineral Mall, Great Lakes Mall.
Used to be known as Pretty Girl Pout. So y'all know who they is, but it's a child-owned company. We're going to have the mothers on next Tuesday, so make sure y'all tap in for that. It's going to be a great...
Can't wait.
It's going to be a great episode. It's gonna be a lot of vagina in the building. Oh my God.
Ain't it? I mean, that's no good for me because they're married and the other vagina is my mother. I mean, what?
But we have a question. The big homie,
Yes.
Ham, shout out to him.
Yes.
He also just recently started a podcast. Y'all have seen him on here multiple times.
Multiple.
With his friends. I don't remember the name of it. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
The Jake as Fuck podcast.
Jake as Fuck podcast. Make sure y'all check
that out on YouTube.
But he posed a question on Facebook, and Laugh is gonna read it.
He asked, and I quote, "Do LGBT plus folk feel represented with a rainbow? Like, do you see it and raise a fist? And did you all accept rainbow packaging during June? I ask because all that Juneteenth stuff we see is all things we didn't ask for. So just curious." Well, you want to start?
I feel represented by a rainbow except during Pride Month. The reason I say that is because these big companies, when it's time to represent us during Pride Month, that's the only time I see it. So outside of those months, if I see a company doing something with the rainbow or doing something with gay rights or anything,
or just
like
flying
that,
the flag like all year round.
Yeah, like anything like that, then I feel represented. I feel like as soon as I see it, that's a safe place. This is a company that actually care about us. They may have donated some money to support us or anything like that.
Yep.
But the companies who are big on, oh, it's Pride Month, we gotta paint everything with the rainbow. No.
I agree. I don't know who started the rainbow thing. That's none of my business. I just got here. When it comes to
Facts.
the whole gay thing, the Juneteenth thing, even though we all knew about it, now that it's becoming,
Let's talk about that.
Now that it's becoming more, it's a holiday and stuff like that. Now, like it didn't start back then. Way back then before I was born now. So I feel like we have a certain responsibility for that because we're Black. So I think what I'm trying to say is that I didn't have control over I didn't have control over the rainbow for gays thing, but I kind of have a little bit more control over how it is we represent and uplift and celebrate Juneteenth. I have more control of that now. Because if I was around back then, I'm not picking a fucking rainbow. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
That is facts.
I'm not doing it.
That's an excellent point. I'm excited to finally talk about the Juneteenth because we forgot last week. Shout out to the homies over at Fuck Your Couch. Check them out on Wednesdays.
Whatever day they be on, because I ain't get no invite.
I think it's still Wednesdays for now because they do change.
Why they ain't invite me?
I don't know. They had an interesting talk about this was it last Wednesday or Wednesday before last? One of them, and it started with the ice cream, y'all. So remember Walmart released like their own June 19th version of Juneteenth ice cream. It was like red velvet cake and something. It was a red velvet cake and I think cheesecake swirl.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, hey, me and Laugh was going to try it. I ain't going to even hold y'all. We was going to be coons and try it because we always down to try things.
I would have bought a couple Juneteenth plates to eat it on.
But as Ham said in his post, and as a lot of people feel, we didn't ask for none of this for Juneteenth. And I tried to get that point across to them on Fuck Your Couch. And of course, they had their own views about it. And some of the stuff that they were saying is true. I don't remember anybody campaigning for June 19th to be a national holiday. I do know that over the last few years that us as blacks, we have been campaigning for more blacks to recognize and celebrate June 19th and not a day like 4th of July. We have a month. That's what they gave us. They gave us February to celebrate us. And we chose as people, and it's been like this for many, many years, where we celebrate Juneteenth because that's the day where we were actually free. So I think the reason why it pisses, because like I tried to describe to them, or I tried to explain to them, and just like, well, why y'all mad about ice cream? They do this for all other holidays, which they do.
And that's where I was at. I was like, well, what did y'all expect?
They release things for all other holidays, but this is the instance where, okay, they didn't ask for it to really be no recognized holiday, but we did it anyway. How can we further support them? How you can further support is, like I said, and what's going viral on Twitter, Creamalicious. She has a red velvet cake ice cream flavor, and it's delicious, and it's black owned. Y'all sell it in y'all store. Y'all could have just highlighted that, like, hey, June 19th coming up, make sure you get you some Creamalicious. Instead, y'all spent X amount of more money to create an ice cream that eventually y'all pulled because y'all was getting backlash online about it. We didn't ask for y'all to make no ice cream for us. We didn't ask y'all to celebrate it. We didn't ask for it to be no holiday.
So what exactly did you ask for?
We asked for other black people to be more mindful of the day.
So we were only talking to black people.
From what I saw, we was only talking to black people. I have never seen anybody say, I want white people to accept June 19th, or I want June 19th to be a national
but what did y'all
holiday.
Think would happen when
I understand
when a
that.
bunch of people asked?
I understand
I
that.
wanted to, why is this not a holiday? And I'm like, are you serious? Like, do you know what comes with that? Do you know what comes with that?
I do. And a lot of us do. But keep in mind, we never were asking for that. When we were talking to us.
There was no unification in this meeting, y'all.
It wasn't.
Zero.
And that's the problem. Really is.
We will never unify.
They brought that up on Fuck Your Couch, that we won't be unified and things like that.
We will never be unified.
With that, and I agree with that. I do.
Look at that. I didn't even watch the shit. And
I do. I agree with that.
4 people unified to say that we will never be unified. Look at that. It's that easy, y'all. Communicate.
I do. But that's why I feel like it's such a disconnect. Like we didn't ask for plates that say
it's the pride for me.
It's the pride for me.
Freedom for me.
Or no, yeah, it's the freedom for me, if I'm not mistaken. About June 19th.
I read one that said it's the pride.
Like we didn't ask for that.
With red, green, and black stripes.
We don't want that from y'all, because at the end of the day, that doesn't.
Imagine Pierre's coming out with red, black, and green bomb pops. Think about it. Ghetto.
The reason why we didn't ask for these things is because the reason y'all can do it for your own holidays is because it's for y'all, and the companies that are doing it is owned by y'all. If LeBron James,
yes,
for Blaze Pizza, which that's his company, he's a majority owner in. If he came out with the June 19th special or a special June 19th pizza, we will be fine for that, because at the end of the day, that's a company that's owned by a black man, and it's going to help circulate the black dollar. We're not asking for, hey, it's nice, Walmart, that y'all want to represent us,
but this ain't the way.
But this not the way. Because all we ever asked for is we want our own, and we don't want our own to be contaminated by y'all, because y'all already got so much.
And now that we have our own, we would like for y'all to fucking advertise it.
Just advertise our own.
Matter of fact, the same way, not even the same way, because you know what? I was about to go to Black History Month. And let me tell you what I seen walking into Target one day in February. And I believe it was in Columbus because we was going to see Tyler, the Creator, and we went to Target. At the forefront, because it's February, right? Black History Month. It's the melanin popping shirts everywhere. Like, this ain't for y'all. Who made this? Who made this shit? Did you make this shit? Did you make this shit?
No.
Who made this shit? Are there other black designers that y'all have? Like Honey Pot. Put the Honey Pot towards the front. Put the Honey Pot towards the front. I was just gonna say I think they sold their shit to white people, but they didn't. That was a lie. Honey Pot is still
majority black owned.
Put that shit towards the front. Don't put your melanin, fake afro, gold glitter. Don't put none of that shit. I don't want to see any of that. But if you have like black manufacturers or, you know, whoever is selling black things, black people who are selling things to your store, put those towards the forefront. Walmart should have did the same.
That's
y'all got
all they had to
Creamalicious.
do.
Yeah. Creamalicious.
That's all you had to do.
Push it towards the front. That's all we're asking.
That's
no
all.
one asked you to manufacture.
And it's different for Pride because
y'all open up a factory.
Because gay is inclusive. It's Latinos, it's whites, it's Asians.
Allies.
Every culture is gay. Every culture is not black. Every culture is not African American. So if you truly call yourself, you want to be a partner to us, why try to profit off us and it's not, that money's not going to get back to us? When you have black owned businesses in your location that you can highlight, because even if you highlight those, you still getting part of the check. You still getting part of the money because they got to come to your store and buy it.
Yep.
That was that's why it was and like I said, me and Lab said we were still going to try the ice cream.
They wasted money.
They wasted millions of dollars
to make an ice cream to take off the shelves. I don't see them making rainbow flavored fucking ice cream.
Sherbet, and that's served all year round.
Oh, gay pride all year round.
I'm just I just wish they would have went about it a different way and going forward. Like even it's a whole company that tried to trademark June 19th. I was just gonna bring that up. Owned by an old white man. Why are you trying to trademark June 19th?
Because why the fuck didn't nobody black do that? Now here's my problem.
Somebody that is black, he trademarked June 19th Joy, and that's the reason that the trademark of June 19th didn't go through, or it's still pending. Someone black does have it, but of course he doesn't have Juneteenth. Of course he doesn't have the resources that another company has. But it's just
when the top people trademark the top black people be trademarking every fucking thing else. If they can trademark this, how come they can't trademark that? Look at the top. Look at the top blacks. Why they ain't jump on this shit? That's what I'm talking about.
Now
you let an old white man fucking slide through, and
I agree with that.
He just heard about Juneteenth.
I agree with that. But in hindsight, that's why the last few years, black people have been trying to talk to other black people to be more aware about June 19th. That's why I said I don't ever recall in these conversations where we was trying to make this kumbaya everybody thing. It was always on some, we just trying to bring more awareness for our people, because it's not like it's something that they're not talking about it in schools no more. We don't really, I remember in school we probably talked about June 19th once, and that was during Black History Month, and that was just a little segment of when they was talking about slavery. They don't even talk about that in schools no more. They don't teach that. They've continued to whitewash our education.
Absolutely.
So us as a people, we was just like, y'all, we shouldn't be out here celebrating July 4th, because at the end of the day, we weren't free on that day. That's just their freedom.
Their freedom.
That's their Independence Day.
From whoever. The British? I don't know. Don't quote me, because I don't know.
So it's just
I don't know who they were free from.
Yeah, like this is when we were free. As us people, as African Americans, our descendants, the ones who was actually slave who built this nation, this is when we were truly free. June 19th, whichever year it was. And that was many years after July 4th. And we fought in that war. That was the war between the North and the South, if I'm not mistaken.
The Civil War?
The Civil War.
That part I know. Hit me up for all your tutoring needs.
Yeah, so it's just it's a sticky situation. I know it's very, how can we talk about this and say it's just for us, like white people aren't going to step into it or any other race. I get it. I get it.
Because I asked before.
I understand it.
Like a month ago, I'm like, well, who do you think, like, so how does this work? Does black people just get the day off? Because you can't do that.
But that's why they made it a holiday, but they didn't make it a national holiday, because we're going to recognize it. But we know that if we make this a day, it's going to have to be a day where
across the board.
They knew like that it will have to be a day where it's a day all across the board. But at the end of the day, how can we justify giving a white dude or a white man or white woman a day off on June 19th? This wasn't y'all. This not y'all day. It has nothing to do with y'all. This is really the one day in their whole history that has nothing to do with them. We gonna recognize it for y'all.
Oh no, just like Easter. That's why it's not a national fucking holiday neither. You don't get Easter off. You get Memorial Day, like you get 6 holidays off. I know. You get 3 winter and 3 summer. You don't get St. Patty's Day off neither. Let's go there. I know what it's for. Thanksgiving. Thanks. Christmas.
And Thanksgiving is really
New
them
Year.
Celebrating, sitting around at the table, poisoning Americans for their land. And we celebrate
and then there's
it
Memorial
every
Day,
year.
4th of July, and Labor Day. Them is the only 6. Oh, well, President's Day. No, I still go to work on President's Day.
Memorial Day and Labor Day is 2 that I'll always support, because especially Memorial Day.
The troops. I'm with the troops.
Shout out to all the troops.
I'm with the troops.
I'm always gonna respect, because that's big.
But think about it. What if it was just the troops that got a day off?
I would be fine with that. They deserve. No, but just in hindsight, think about it. You sign up for something and you know for a fact, even if you know for a fact,
I'll mute my mic, y'all.
You risking your life for this country. So at any given time, if we go to war, you know that you going to war and you're going to fight for the country. Fuck how you feel. Fuck what you going through. Fuck how many kids you got at home. If a war happened, guess what? Suit your ass up. That's a different kind of commitment to something. And we just realized that, well, like I said earlier, with this shooting that just happened in Texas, those police officers signed up for that. But when it came time for them to put their lives on the line and go into the line of fire, they didn't. They was scared. They was outside the school doing nothing. But people in the military, they always do that. They always suit up. They always do it, because they're fighting for the nation. And we know a lot of people sign up for the military, great benefits. My cousin just did a shout out to you, Jarvis. I love you. I'm extremely proud of you for it. He signed up because he knew that his life needed more discipline, and the only way that he felt like he was going to do it and be able to get something out of it was if he joined the military. I thought that was one of the most profound things I've ever heard in my life, because that's something that I'm working on myself. I need more discipline in my life, but I'm not joining no fucking military for it. But he did it. That's beautiful.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful
thing.
I
would be fine
anybody that do that.
Yeah, like I would be fine on Veterans Day if they were just like, no, y'all going to work, but if you're a legit veteran, you off and you get paid for it. I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that. 100%.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that we just all off.
Not no fucking President's Day that are like only presidents and descendants of presidents and presidents. Y'all, no, fuck out of here. We vote for y'all in the first place. Fuck out of here.
It's not like black people can get the whole Black History Month off.
Like y'all, they gave fucking Martin Luther King Day a day to celebrate him after they murdered him.
We still don't get that off neither.
And don't even get it off. This is why I'm saying, why y'all going out here creating ice cream? Y'all don't have.
Only get
they never made,
because there's no other way to, quote unquote.
They've never made Martin Luther King ice cream. King cookies.
You know what
and
I thought
cream.
about? You know what I thought about? Can you imagine a Martin Luther King, one of them popsicles, like the Pink Panther and the Sonic? Martin Luther King with the gumball eyes.
They never had the audacity
and they
to do
grape.
that. They never had the audacity to do that, but y'all got the audacity to make a June 19th red velvet and cheesecake swirl ice cream.
They was trying to hop out. They said, this is it, y'all. The blacks are gonna riot over this great value Juneteenth ice cream with the red velvet cheesecake swirl. And God damn it, if y'all thought that I wasn't gonna go to the store and try and find it, we was gonna be eating it.
Yeah, I was down to try it.
We was gonna eat it.
I saw somebody on Twitter try it. He said when he tried it, he said, "Oh, it's like a legit swirl." He gave it like a 6 out of 10 or 5.5 out of 10.
But it's great value. They ain't got no real milk in there.
But it's just
I'm gonna find us some Creamalicious. I'm gonna get some Creamalicious.
I love it. Go to Target. They sell all. Target usually has
y'all
more
always
than,
want me to travel. I don't travel.
Target usually has more than
ain't no Target next to me.
Walmart.
Ain't no Walmart next to me. That's
I don't
why
even
I
know
ain't
if
been.
it's in Giant Eagle yet, but
I go down the street to Walgreens.
Listen, that peach cobbler. I don't like peach cobbler. You can revoke my black card for that. I do not like peach cobbler, but that ice cream is good as fuck.
I don't like the peaches and peach cobbler. I like the crust. I don't like the crust.
No, like the chunks of the peaches in there. Oh my god! Every flavor is good. Every single flavor is good. Some hit more than others. That caramel cake, like I said, shout out. It's a nod to my grandmother because she was famous for her caramel cake. The chick behind Creamalicious is best friends with my auntie Patricia that be watching.
Oh, nice.
I remember years ago they have a book club. My auntie's no longer a part of it because she moved, but they still have the book club going, buying it through books. Many years ago, one of the women behind Creamalicious, she had like a sample of different ice creams that she was doing because she was interested in starting her own ice cream. My mother brought it home and I'm just like, damn, this ice cream is good as fuck. And now it's in stores. That's the kind of stuff for Juneteenth.
Yeah.
If you want to highlight, that's what you do.
And I'm glad that it went viral that, a black owned ice cream.
That's with a red velvet flavor.
After this whole Juneteenth debacle went down.
That's how you pay it forward. And I guess in hindsight, that's all we really want. If you want to, we don't want y'all really at the festivals or anything that we're starting to build up more for June 19th. But if you want to be an ally to us, if you want to just pay it forward.
So what would you do if you seen white people at the Juneteenth festival? Let's be real. Let's be real.
All I'm going to do is give them the stank eye.
Why? They might be allies.
I don't want the allies there. It's not a time for allies. It's for us.
So when is it a time for allies?
Every other day of the year besides June 19th.
Just when they buy shit?
No. Anything. Festivals,
if they come to the Black Expo, what do you think?
That's fine. Do you? I'm sorry. I'm always going to side a white person in black spaces, even if you are an ally. So let's go there.
This is how...
And I'm saying that, and I still won't want to come on a podcast.
Which one?
I don't know. You got a white one. I got Danielle. She's moving back to.
I got one. I got a possible.
Back to Akron. You better ask Megan to come on the podcast.
Who, Megan? Who's Megan?
Don't worry, she not white.
Megan is black.
She.
Megan is Italian and black. Yo. She's Italian and black. Her mom's Italian. Her mom's full-fledged Italian, but she hung around all her black family, so she black.
Italians don't like us either, so.
Well, this one fucked a black man and created black children,
She
so
did.
I think she's pretty okay with them.
She did. I didn't know.
Oh man, that's funny though. I didn't know that you thought that she was white.
When you click on her picture, what does she look like?
She looked light skinned. She has a black people nose. Like I'm looking at her. She doesn't look white at all. I can show you some white people I work with. They white. They white.
Oh, I know. I work with enough. So let's get into before we close out the show.
It was the hair,
because-
wasn't it? She keeps it straightened like I do. That's why we connect so. Okay.
Because we are 2 hours and 20 minutes in. But this needs to be talked about. Monique and DL Hughley, y'all,
Lord
they
have mercy.
been going at it.
What is the tea? The girls are fighting. No.
I'm going to do
The
a
girls are fighting.
rough overview of what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
They did a comedy show together. Monique came, guessing she found out some stuff. She went and did her set, called DL a bitch ass nigga, basically saying he was a bitch ass nigga for talking down on black women, then doubled down on the statements and went on social media and blasted him. DL blasted her back and basically told her, you're the problem. How you get into it with all these people and now me, and you not the problem. I was advised not to do it. And Monique was kind of responding back like, well, we'll show the contracts. And then DL released some information about what was said. And then Monique countered and was just like, hey, y'all, I know y'all was blown by the smoke and mirrors, but this is a contract. Don't be confused with whatever memo. I can't remember the exact name of the memo that he posted. Don't be confused. Y'all see it ain't no signatures on here. I know this happens a lot in our community and with comedians, but this is a contract. You notice how there are actual signatures and stuff on it. And DL's response back to that was, ain't this from your husband's company? Fuck out of here. But he still hasn't actually produced his actual contract. So this is where we are now.
She must got a special coming out or something.
I don't think that she does.
You know, I think everything's a rollout.
Yeah, everything is a kind of rollout. I know she's about to be on one of 50 Cent shows. Shout out to him. Shout out to what he's doing over at Stars.
You getting your stars back?
I've never had Stars.
Man, you don't watch P-Valley?
No, I have, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Laugh. I don't have any interest in watching this new season of P-Valley. It took too long to come back.
I'll keep y'all abreast.
And like I told you, the last season, I still have 2 episodes to finish, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, we gotta save the Pink.
I loved the Pink when I was watching it, but it was just like so much time. How many years has it been?
Like 2.
Okay, and in the 2 years, the whole pandemic happened.
The pandemic was happening when it came out.
I got real shows with strippers now.
Like real strippers.
I can watch Jocelyn's
Not
Jocelyn's
stripper
Cabaret.
actors.
Yeah, like I got Jocelyn's Cabaret now. What?
Oh my God.
Save the Cabaret. Fuck save the paint. Save the Cabaret. Because old girl tried to end them.
Oh, yes, she did.
Bitch.
And if she would have did that, man, it would have been several hits out on her.
So like,
life.
you know, yeah, so I don't think it's a rollout because Monique, since she got blackballed, excuse me, she's been very consistent on I'm going to be the voice that's going to call people out on their bullshit in the industry, especially when it comes to blacks. You know, especially when it comes to that crab in a barrel mentality, which a lot of the blacks have. My biggest issue with all of this is she wasted an opportunity to be funny. I don't know what was said before and after that clip, but you got hired to be funny. And the funniest thing that I seen in that clip was her running across the stage. It was nothing she said about DL calling him a bitch ass nigga.
Do you think this is going to be released as a special?
No, because it was a show by a radio station. That's over and done with. They ain't releasing that shit as no special.
Yeah.
And I want to take it a step deeper. Shout out to the group chat. You already know the group chat I'm talking about with Darrell and Martina. We've talked about this. Monique is funny.
She is.
Queen of Comedy, The Parkers, Johnson's Family Reunion, amongst other things. Hosting the BET Awards. She's still the best host that the BET Awards has ever given. She was funny and entertaining. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. But when's the last time we heard Monique be funny? She got blackballed after she won an Oscar for a movie. But when is the last time we heard Monique be funny?
I don't know, because I don't follow her on TikTok or anything. I don't know if she's doing anything on TikTok, because that's the other route. Like, when I get that she's older and she's from Queens of Comedy and this, that, and the third, and the Parkers and the 90s and all that shit, but times have changed. If you want to stay relevant, this ain't the way. That's number one. Number two, get on your platforms. Get on your platforms.
And
I
she
know
doesn't.
a bunch of people follow you. Do some funny shit.
She doesn't. Shout out to Martina because she made this she made this point for us before this even happened. Monique spent so much time talking about how she got blackballed and how Netflix did her wrong, but in that whole time she never created her own platform. She has a following. She has fans. She has a name. She could have made her own platform.
She has the resources.
She has the resources. So if Netflix don't want to give you a special and pay you what you're worth, which they didn't, they lowballed her. They did. Want no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it happens a lot with black women. Shit. Jamel, I don't think her name is Jamel Hill. It might be Jamila Hill. From
Jamel Hill. Yep.
ESPN. She just said a clip came out today that said that she was making $200,000 less than Michael Smith for His and Hers. Since His and Hers ended, I have not watched ESPN regularly. That was one of the greatest shows that they've ever had on ESPN. But she was making $200,000 less than him. So Monique, she's been very, but sis, what have you done?
Right.
And I say that because in my head, because DL, he didn't release the actual contracts, but he released, I guess, whatever was like a pre-agreement of what the show and stuff would look like. A memo. He released the memo. And it said in this memo that he would be the headliner. So if he didn't sign the contract, maybe he didn't even get it. If he came to the show and was like, oh, I'm not the headliner? Oh, y'all want me to go before Monique? I'm painting a picture for y'all. And he threw a fit and was just like, no, this ain't how this gonna work. Is Monique funnier than DL? Absolutely. I don't think there's anybody who really thinks DL is funny. However, DL Hughley is on a syndicated radio show.
Yeah, DL is out here moving.
We hear him at least 5 times a week. He has,
and then some when he puts his 2 cents in, because he does that.
He has millions of followers and supporters. So why, as far as being funny, Monique name may hold more weight, but as far as namesake and bringing people out, DL hold more weight. You can look at the flyer. DL's face was bigger than Monique's. Yeah, they had a full body shot of Monique, but his face was bigger and it said DL Hughley and Monique. It didn't say Monique and DL Hughley. He is the headliner. And I want to take it a step deeper. In these memos and even in her contract, they sets were the exact same length as time. The exact same length of time.
I don't know. Well, yeah. I don't know if DL Hughley has an actual what is that? IG? Because it just says DL Hughley show.
Yeah, I think that's it. But like, you know, the neighborhood
that's only
talk.
290K.
I saw the post on the neighborhood talk. But
and then Monique is over here with 1.2 million followers. So 290K versus 1.2 million followers by Monique
on IG.
On IG.
But once again, when was the last time we heard her be funny?
That's what I'm saying. She has a wide enough audience for her to be doing something.
She does.
I don't understand how every time I'm getting fucking notifications that DL Hughley said any fuck. I don't give a fuck about DL. I don't listen to the radio.
He's on the radio and he has millions of them 1 point, and y'all gotta think about it. Them 1.2 over how many you said you had? Like barely 300,000.
Barely
300,000. That don't really hold weight when you on a radio, and a lot of people who listen to radio, they don't even have social media. But guess what they'll do? If I listen to you every day and you come into my city, I'll buy a ticket to go see you in person. I listen to you all the time anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like
OnlyFans. Oh, girl.
I feel like her issue was more with the promoters than DL Hughley, because I feel like the promoters dropped the ball. Either way it go. Because another thing that's weird to me is, for the life of me, I couldn't find anything about this actual show besides Monique's clip.
She has a YouTube channel. See.
I couldn't find anything about this show because of what I wanted to know. So if you're listening, one of our people, one of our fans, supporters listening, let us know. Message us, please. Who went last? Did Monique go last or did DL go last? Because if I'm Monique and she showed us, even if it was from her husband's company, that's who probably managed her. Why not? We're keeping all the money in the house and the family. Hey, it is what it is. If I go to an event, I go to a booking, y'all paid me to go last. My contract says I'm the headliner, and I get there and y'all on some DL throwing a bitch fit, and y'all tell Monique that DL didn't sign his contract in the first place. Fuck y'all.
Oh, she ain't uploaded nothing in a year.
I don't care nothing about what DL is saying. I'm going last. That's what my contract says. So if you chose to go before him, why you get on the stage to blast him? You should have used that opportunity to be funny. Another point that Martina said is, when it comes to comedians, we don't really care about the set list. We care about who funnier.
Yeah.
So if you just would have went out there and been funnier than him,
it's almost as if, like, I don't know, like it's not like music. It's not like when you go to a concert full of whoever and the bigger people are towards the end.
And you know it's because they are bigger.
They are the bigger ones. All y'all open up for me. That's why I get mad every time somebody puts me first. Because I know I'm better than all y'all. But I don't do what Monique does. I don't go on rants and shit like that. Suck it up. I'll be last next time. Best fucking believe that. Best fucking believe that. And what did I get? A sincere apology from the last show for him putting me first. I'm not a first type of bitch. I rap better than all these niggas.
All of them. I got the DJ behind me making faces because my bars is hard.
I'm saying.
But they're not doing that on the other ones. And once again, when it comes to being funny, we remember who was the funniest.
True.
No matter what lineup it is, when it comes to a comedy show, you remember who was the funniest. Like last said, a music festival, we all know if it's a music festival and Beyonce gonna be there, if she not last, she got her own day.
Last. She's beyond last. Like, she's the very last to walk on the stage. Y'all open up for me.
So if you want DL Hughley and all the other comedians because you feel like you that girl, prove it to us because we don't know. We haven't heard from you. You was blackballed, remember? You didn't take your Netflix stand-up deal because you felt like they were lowballing you.
She took this deal. She took this one. Oh, man.
I just want the funny. And like I said, I like the drama. It's cool, but you could have did the same thing. Your whole stand-up could have been about bitch-ass niggas. It could have been. But you aimed it directly at one of your peers, which at the end of the day, that's never really a good look.
And at some point, I'm going to watch the footage because I didn't. But I just looked it up on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know. Does it seem like she had anything else?
That's all we saw.
You know how on battle rap, when they choke and then they just go off on a tangent on some bullshit? Mm-hmm. Was this that? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Because when you don't have anything else to say.
All we have is that. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So that could have just been her set.
Well, I seen a 7-minute video.
Okay, so when this goes off, I want to watch that.
Hopefully there's 23 minutes of other shit.
But in hindsight, you know what's so bad about this? There's no other videos from this show out there. It's nothing from DL.
No, you're not supposed to have. I've seen. You're not supposed to have your phone. Like, that's what this for. You should have been there. You should have bought a ticket. Which is crazy.
Special, but
that's crazy, man.
It's.
But somebody had like a 7-minute short or something like that on YouTube of her.
But
just
even with her, if she wanted to do he a bitch nigga, DL Hughley a bitch nigga, you could have made it funny. It was nothing funny about what she was saying. She couldn't do it off the
cuff. Like, that wasn't part of the set.
I mean, yeah, she did say she pulled up. She kind of got blindsided with whatever happened. And they was talking about it. So she went on to say she was probably a little upset. Let me go on. Man, y'all know about this bitch ass nigga. But even when I make a rant and I be going off, except for when it's about Caucasians, I put a little funny in there. And I just be going off my head. I've never planned any of these rants that I be going on. I just be talking from the heart. It's still entertaining. It was nothing entertaining about her going off on DL except for when she did that run from the one stage to the other. That was funny.
Was DL the first to, besides the obvious jabs that Monique took towards him or threw at him, was he the first to get on the internet and do this? And say something about it?
I think so.
That's what I don't like. Leave it there. Leave it there on the stage, because we didn't even have to know, nigga. We didn't care. None of us was there. All 500, 600, 700, maybe 1,000 people that was there, they know. The rest of the 7.2 billion people in the world did not have to know.
Well, okay, so, but it was after the video leaked. After the videos hit.
And I still would have left it right where it was. Still. I still would have left it right where it was. Nope. She got 1.2 million followers and this, that, and let them have it. Let them have it.
Because I agree with Monique. Like I said, at the end of the day, she's out of the two parties, she's the only one that has upped a real contract. And her contract did say
but had
that
he shut the fuck up, he wouldn't be in this battle right now. That's what I'm saying. Why are you battling? Leave it alone. You headlined the shit. Shut up. If I won the battle, clearly, I'm not saying anything when the loser starts to mouth the fuck off. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Let her talk.
And this is why a lot of people don't like DL in the first place.
Yeah, because that was dumb. You didn't have to say anything, sir.
And now she made him look dumb because she said, you releasing memos. This is a real contract. And all his rebuttal was to that was basically, I'm not doing this with y'all. That's your husband's company. And
if the husband's company is...
That's her representation. And it's still a signed contract and dated before this happened. It'd be different if it was a contract and there were no dates shown or anything like that. You know, it wasn't no emails attached to it, which she did also. You know, it would have been different. But no, this. You
see why you always gotta have a man represent you? You see that? Do you see that? You see what I'm talking about?
I've seen it up close. I know this is what I be saying. Like, Monique, she had a point. It's not like she was wrong with anything that she said. To me, it was just a wasted opportunity. I would have went out if I was Monique. I wish she just would have. I'm not a comedian though. I wish she would have went out there after everything happened and was just like, oh, okay. Took a deep breath. Went out there, delivered her funny ass set that she was going to have. Mm-hmm. And then went online with the receipts immediately, with the contract. And would have been on some, hey, this wasn't the time or place. But I keep telling y'all about X, Y, and Z that happens behind the scenes. Let me tell y'all about this bitch ass nigga DL Hughley. He and got his whole panties in a bunch and then went off on him because it hit different, because then we saw you being funny, or the people who was there saw and heard you being funny, because at the end of the day, we know Monique first because she was a comedian. I know you're past that now, but all right, sis. All we know now is you the angry black auntie.
And that's what I hate.
And I hate that too. Because it's a lane for that to hold people accountable. It's a lane. I hold people accountable all the time.
All the time.
It's a lane for it. But I hold all people accountable. Mm-hmm. The only people you are trying to hold accountable and that you going off on are the people who look like us. And as Hope said, the higher you get, it's less people that look like you.
True.
We know, we never disagree with her that Oprah and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels blackballed her. We never disagree with her. Lee Daniels the only one who has apologized to her. Oprah and Tyler Perry still paying her ass dust.
Well.
But it get kind of tired when the only people you attacking is the people who look like you and look like us.
DL should have never said nothing, man.
He should have just kept his fucking mouth closed.
Shut the fuck up.
Even if he was having a diva moment, as King of Comments said, why you having a diva moment? Yeah, you got the bigger name. You feel slighted, but so what? You making more money than her. So what if you go before her? So what? She Monique.
You never know. They might walk out before Monique even get there, and maybe they just came to see you. Because I've done that a lot too. I come to see the opener. Like I came for Boss. I didn't come for who Boss opened for. Like I've done that before. Like I've bought tickets to concerts where I never wanted to see the headliner.
I done been at showcases with Laugh, and she'd be like, "All right, this is who I came to see. You trying to go?" And I'd be like, "Girl, it's like 5 more acts. No, we gonna see everybody." And she just be like, I'm gonna sit here and drink then. So it's just like,
and then you see why I ain't want to see the rest of them. Like, no, no.
But you know what's crazy? If Steve Harvey was on this ticket, neither one of y'all couldn't say nothing.
0. Cause he gonna go last.
Period. And y'all can't say nothing about it.
He's gonna headline. No, he dares y'all to say some shit about it.
Y'all wouldn't be able to say nothing about it. DL, you may be on like I said earlier, you may be on a syndicated radio. We hear you 5 days a week. So,
right.
Because most people don't think you funny. You got an opportunity and you've capitalized on it. I ain't mad at it.
So boom. What if they started doing podcast tours?
I'm ready.
With like 30-minute sections, 30-minute shows.
You giving people ideas. This is great. You need to run this for the boss man.
Well, and I'm talking about the
like who? Joe Budden,
like the Joe Budden,
Rogan,
$1 million worth of game. Not even Joe Rogan. I'm talking about all black.
The thing
is Horrible Decisions. Come on.
I don't think they would put See the Thing Is and Horrible Decisions on the.
Why not? Because Joe and Charlamagne still beefing, probably. But and on top of that, Joe wouldn't be on the
Horrible.
thing.
Well, no, because that is on.
Horrible is with.
No, I was thinking because it got she the host of 2 different ones.
She got to do 2 different sets.
They might as well just give her an hour.
No, they going to give her a half hour here and a half hour there. That's 2 different substances. 2 different audiences.
Yeah, but keep going as you were saying. So what if they start doing something like that?
What if they started doing something like that? Like who well, out of the 4 that I just mentioned, I could tell you who's going first and who's going last.
I mean, Joe Budden gonna go last.
Absolutely. Charlamagne will go right before him with his Brilliant Idiots. Now, as far as Horrible Decisions and See the Thing Is, even though See the Thing Is independent, I think they will put See the Thing Is first because Horrible Decisions is under Charlamagne.
I don't. I think they will put Horrible Decisions first because it'll be a good crowd opener. It's about sex. It's risque. It'll get the people going. Then they can have. And See the Thing Is where they will have more substance.
I think that's the exact reason why they wouldn't put them first. And all the freaky people gonna leave after that. You don't want that.
The freaky people are still gonna stick around for her because she's on both of them.
She ain't as freaky on See the Thing Is.
She's not, but they don't downplay her freakiness.
But you know me, right? You know that
and
I
the
like
other chick that's on a Horrible Decision.
I don't like
she
her.
could do Horrible Decisions by herself.
I don't like her. I hate her whole entire voice.
No, I'm talking about
Weezy.
No.
Oh, you talking about Mandy?
Mandy could do horrible
True,
decisions by herself.
You got to sit through Weezy. Now that's my problem.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I don't like. She an extra on the set to me. That's why they always got a guest, probably.
I don't know. I know that she runs Horrible Decisions. That's the other thing. More, and then on top of that, like, See the Thing Is, it's more like Bridget and Mandy together. Like, they kind of like us. We together.
But even if they threw in like Academic on there with his pod, if they threw him on there, they probably wouldn't even have.
I feel like
Horrible Decisions as on a ticket.
Yeah,
they would just do See the Thing Is. I'm telling you, if it came down to it, they did something like that, Horrible Decisions wouldn't be on the ticket.
Well, no, not if Academics is on the ticket. I agree.
Even if it's
And
just
then there's some other shit.
Chamillionaire and Joe Budden, I still don't see them. We don't need
$1 million worth of game. If Drink Champs is on there, you
Listen.
fucked. Something else. 85 South, if they was on there, you're fucked. The women are all fucked. let me just start there. The women are all fucked. Mandy will be
first
opening. That's just what it is.
That's facts. Yeah,
I ain't
and
even
then-
counting the Need to Know podcast. They are dust. Like,
And you know the
what?
thing about it with Drink Champs though, it depends on what guests they have.
And they won't
If
even
they
have
will go
no guests.
last or
And
second
that's
to
the other
last.
thing. That's the other thing. I'm not sure that Drink Champs. I don't even know if Drink Champs has a podcast without a guest.
They don't, but if they were
And I don't like that.
I don't either. But because I actually want to talk about his comments.
Oh no, nigga, it'd be going 3
I
hours.
know.
No.
No. If they did do it, but you would never know who their guest was. They pull up in any city. It could be any rapper from that city or that area that they would have. Come
That
on,
would
so.
be nice.
Did you agree with his comments? We can squeeze it in.
About
Champs.
why do people go to Letterman and
Yeah.
blah 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 and all these other people if you want to be like excellence. I mean, yes and no.
Did you feel like because he said it wasn't, but do you think it just happened to be ironic timing, or do you really think he felt some kind of way about Cardi?
What about Cardi?
I want to say either the same day or the day before he made these tweets, her recent interview with David Letterman came out. You know, his Netflix special
On
that he
Netflix?
had.
Yeah, it's Netflix. I'm not doing this with y'all.
No, you know why you can't do this? Because she doesn't sit down with anybody if they're not a Netflix white kind of crowd.
I can't. Well, I mean, now. And that's fair. That's fair. Now.
Is it?
Yeah. She did all that shit before. Y'all had a chance to sit down with her before and y'all didn't want her before. Don't want me now. Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Fuck you. You didn't want me before.
Who did
Everybody
she-
else got me before. Breakfast Club got her before. A lot of people got her
I want to say
before.
before Breakfast Club, besides Breakfast Club, should I say?
All I watch is Breakfast Club. All I watch is the Blacks. That's the other thing. Ebro didn't want her neither. Look at that. Joe always wanted her.
Man, she still ain't been on a Joe Budden podcast.
There you go. And that don't sound like it's on Joe's side. That's on her side, which is fine. That's fine.
I think it's weird.
Letterman called me. You think I'm turning that down?
Listen, I will go on Letterman also, but what Joe said and what Nori said and what Joe said that others and their lane has said, it is disheartening. It is. But you think about it, that's why so many blacks bash Beyonce for quote unquote not being on the BET Awards no more. But they forget that when it was coming up, she was the reason that it got to the point that it is now, because she was always there. They always try to leave out when she was on her Formation tour and she, in between tour dates, still came and did a whole performance with Kendrick and left and went back to her tour. They leave stuff like that out. So I can see both sides of it. For me though, Cardi is weird because Cardi's not black. She uses our culture to her advantage. But now since she's
Where'd she grow up at?
New York.
Mhm.
But now since she's Cardi, she paid all of them dust. It's not just Joe Budden. She not going on none of them.
So Nori should not feel any
He
type of way.
should.
No, he shouldn't.
He should.
No, he shouldn't.
He should.
If you're all getting paid dust, then
That's even more
eat the
reason.
dust. I mean, what the fuck?
But it's. I'm pretty sure it's not just Cardi. It's probably some other people he's asked to be on the show and they frown upon it. But hey, shout out to Nikki.
I mean,
she did your
Drink
button.
Champs is not. Drink. Okay, we gonna go there? Oh no, we're not gonna go there because you wanna.
Because I feel like you was about to say something about Drink Champ. So I'm just trying to make a nice little segue for you, you know.
A segue out.
That was episode 129 of the Everything and
She was
Then
on
Some
Jimmy Fallon.
podcast.
Oh, she was on Ellen. Oh.
I'm telling you, nobody. I'm serious. That's why I said
And
it's
Breakfast Club.
weird.
Listen,
It's weird. Nobody who
Once-
looks like us. But then again, she's not black. But if she used black culture to the fullest.
something like a pop star. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at it. Crossover and leave us behind, please.
We the ones who
Have
made
your
you
babies.
by a black man.
Stay with your husband. All that.
Child, she
Do
broke
all
up
that.
Migos.
That's the reason why Migos broke up.
You know that's the reason Migos broke up. He at home getting him some good ass pussy. They popping out kids. He finally being a good father. Now he got his 2 homeboys. They're like, okay, we want to get back to the music. And he on some, I was just on a cover of Essence. What? I ain't on that right now. He want to be a pop star. He ain't thinking about being part of Migos. So they probably was just on some, I mean, okay, well, we about to go get this bag. So they had to do what they had to do. And it's the same thing Yoko Ono did to the Beatles. He found happy. That's why it's one of my biggest fears to find happiness while we're on this ride to our greatness. It's one of my biggest fears because I just feel like it's going to throw me off.
I found it and I ain't stopped yet. That's
You
a conscious
had it
decision.
before.
What?
Love. You had your person before.
Then why that person still ain't here?
The missus?
Oh no, you talking about her?
I'm talking about the missus.
Oh okay.
You had her, but y'all may not have been in the thick of it, but it's not like she's somebody new. She not new.
No, she not nobody.
Oh, she not new.
But I think it's easier to get with somebody new that knows all the shit that you got going on, and not come into it with you. Because I feel like it would be, I don't know, more respected if they just see it.
So I
from
agree with
afar.
that.
Yeah.
But the only thing you don't have to worry about is, since the missus was before all of that, you know for a fact she not with you because of the come up you may have get. It's easier for somebody to, ooh, I see it. Let me latch on to this right now so when they get it, I'm right there.
I mean, I don't mind that either. Because then I have more control. Because, bitch, you know that I'm the one with the bag. Because that's the disconnect.
Yeah, but them the ones that as soon as you get the bag, they divorce you and take half of it.
No, I'm a prenup queen.
I mean, hey.
Do you think I ain't gonna have no?
Oh, I would too. So we.
I
already
work
know.
way too.
I know, but I'm just saying. In the
Do you
grand
see
scheme
this?
of things-
You think somebody? Y'all, I'm about to go.
Y'all, 129 of the Everything and Then Some podcast. I'm just Jer, the Lucky Laugh. Hit us up for your colorful Pride merch. More pictures will be dropping soon.
This week.
Yeah, this
All
week.
week. We slow rolling.
We
these
always do
bitches
the
out.
slow. We
The
always do the slow
slow
roll.
The slow release.
Even using pictures, I was really on some. I don't feel
What's
like
my
making no
formula?
posts.
Heart attack, slow release.
Period.
Pause.
So check us out, all platforms. Google us. We are there. Make sure you tell your friends about us. Share us. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTubes and Apple